It's week 2 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the buildup is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 7.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now, Watkins on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play there for Baltimore. 38 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side this time. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. They'll stick with him again. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Ravens. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now, Watkins on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Now a second down throw for Fields. Now a screen set up for Achane. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. They'll stay on the ground with Achane, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
First down, Fields. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
To throw is Fields. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Watkins motioning over. Look wide, get this one complete, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They send him right out of the slot. Jackson now on second down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Fields now. That's taken in by Achane. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, Fields. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At their 49-yard line.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Open man left side, he's got it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A first down throw for Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play action now. Jackson. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Dolphins' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. A first down throw for Fields. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
So, instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Throwing is Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. We are through one. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Jackson. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
First and 10 now from the 36. Up the middle they go. Oh, yeah. Second down and 3. Now it's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Now give on the ground. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third.
And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6. The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Watkins motioning over. On play action, here's Jackson. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up third and goal. Third and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. Third and goal for Jackson. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a second and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Second down, it's Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll run with H. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's the punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Oh, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand? Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Now, faking the give. He'll air this one out for Watkins.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
A quick throw right side. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Dolphins offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. 1st down. Fields. Quick throw here is complete. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Achane. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Once again, it's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. Fields. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Slot man in motion right. Fields now on 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Baltimore after after this. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. To throw is Fields. In trouble, and down he goes. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. Officially a 29-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Dolphins going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Jackson now to throw on first down. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And that ball incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
They motion the slot man left. On first and 10, Fields. Thrown left side, the catch is made.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
He'll air this one out for Watkins. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there. Here's a third down and 4. To throw is Fields. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Miami. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. He's going to run it. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens will come back to tie things at 17. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. A first down throw for Fields. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, back to you and Greg in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And this, a 10-point game as they've reached halftime. The Steelers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Malachi Corley, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Whoa! And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is a guy that you do not want to have to tackle in space. I mean, the footwork, the agility, the ability to go side to side and then still have the burst and explosiveness to pick up big yards. I mean, this guy's a handful.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll get this out wide. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. 3rd and long. Now, Fields. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Play action now. Jackson. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here we go. Slot man in motion left. That is caught! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A run out of the gun with Achane. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. 3rd and 9. Fields to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
27-yard line.
Here's Jackson. That's going to be intercepted. Whoa! And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. First down. Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground is H.A. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Dolphins first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A run up the middle with Achan. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. One more time, it's Achan. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Dolphins. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Ravens 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, Watkins on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Watkins motioning over. 2nd down. Jackson. Off he goes. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Watkins motioning over. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Jackson now. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens will cut the lead down to 4.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now Watkins on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Fields. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Quickly to the outside and complete.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the carry, here's A-Chain. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Play action now for Fields. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They motion the slot man left. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a give to A-Chain. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a second and 9. Slot receiver headed right. Fields now on second down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On the handoff, this is A-Chain. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Miami.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll stay on the ground with A-Chain. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. They'll run with A-Chain. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Fields. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still little work to do now on third down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A tight end in motion now. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. 3rd and short. Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrew. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Jackson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Ravens. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up. We got ourselves a ball.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense, running back Devon Achane, set to go to work once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Second down. It's Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Fields to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now a second down throw for Fields. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And the Dolphins first down.
Now Fields. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, H.A. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Fields now. This one complete right side. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This is 1st and 10. H.A. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be taken down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. Now, 2nd and goal. Now it's H.A. And he will get into the end zone. Devon H.A. Touchdown, Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now, Watkins on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. Here's 1st down. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Jackson now on second down. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now third down comes up. From the gun, Jackson. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Again, it's Jackson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
As the saying goes,
no challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay. And I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. So that is what you want. No, sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. One last shot now for Jackson. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.